Clayton. Happy to answer any questions about our upcoming project.
Well, what can you share with us so far?
So the big piece of news is that we're announcing a grand renovation to the Bridgestone Arena. So the thought process is, if you'll remember back in 1996 when this building was built, Lower Broadway isn't what it is today, right? It's very exciting what it's become. And at that time we built it's basically a fortress, right? It's mostly concrete walls, and we're basically, at the time, you're keeping the bad of Broadway out. We want to flip that, right? We want to make it as vibrant and energetic as Broadway is. So the goal would be to take a lot of these concrete walls and take them down and make them glass at the end of the day. On Broadway, take advantage of opportunity to build out about 170,000 square feet of space to do bars and restaurants, club spaces for the building, and just continue to enhance the overall fan experience for folks that are coming to the building. That's our core goal at the end of the day, is to take care of all the folks that come to the building and make their experience that much better.
While researching today, I saw that there's two figures recorded as far as the amount of money that is going to be used or spent to make these renovations. Can you give me a little more clarification of what the actual number is?
Yeah, absolutely. So the overall project for the full block that will take probably 15 to 20 years is about $1 billion is what we're looking at today. Again, it's a very loose conceptual number at this point. The other number that was thrown out there was $650 million. That's really the core building of the arena itself and all the renovations that it'll need over the next 5 or so years, as well as the Broadway build out as well. So that's really captures that $650 million number. Again, very loose at this time, but just big picture.
The renovations themselves today include any changes to any of the seating inside?
Yeah, absolutely. So right now, a lot of the renderings that we've released are exterior. So at this point now, we're going to start focusing on the interior. But the goal there is to increase our overall seating count. We want to get the capacity up of the building, and also take a focus of different seating options and different priorities there. So there will be different amenities, different club spaces, SRO areas, new fan communal areas, things like that. Think of all the buildings that have opened recently, like the Intuit Dome, UBS Arena, Little Caesars, a lot of those new buildings. We're looking at those to see what they've done and how to incorporate that, but really make it Nashville authentic at the end of the day. We want to cater to our fans and our partners and make sure they have an incredible experience.
And because it's still conceptual, is there room or an opening for people to give input, and maybe you guys can listen to some?
Absolutely. So no project here at Bridgestone Arena is done until we talk to our fans. And so as part of our summer rollout this year, as we're starting the conversation now, is we'll do some crowdsourcing, idea sourcing from our fans, especially our Smashville loyal folks, just to make sure that their experience is enhanced, and we want to make sure that we get their feedback on the front end to incorporate a lot of those ideas. So that'll be coming here in the next couple months.
Any possibility of including any changes to the acoustics for any of the concerts that happen here indoors?
Yeah, absolutely. So obviously this is our Preds home, right, at the end of the day, but we also do a ton of concerts, one of the busiest concert venues in North America, and that's something we're definitely going to take a focus on, not just acoustics and the experience within the bowl, but rebuilding our star compound and the priorities backstage, from the loading dock to the dressing rooms, all those amenities as well, to make sure we're taking care of all those folks.
Talk about how busy it is. How do you do all this and still have the schedule you guys need?
That's a great question. So that's the big piece that we're figuring out now from a phasing perspective. The thought process is right now is the core construction will take part in the summers of 27, 28, and 29. So there could be a potential shutdown of about 2 to 3 months during those summers to do a lot of the core construction within the building. Now, luckily, the corners of the building, so on Broadway and also on the rehearsal hall side at 5th and Demumbrian, those are external to the core concourse. So we'll be allowed to be able to work on those 365 days a year. But the core construction within the building itself will be during those 3 summers.
Going to the new rendering, if main entrance may be on that side, talk a little bit about how that's going to work, and will Captain Arena be out here by itself from now on?
Yeah, absolutely. So as you saw in the rendering, the big change is going to be this plaza area, which will be fantastic. So the areas where our main doors are currently will be an open air entryway into the building. So as you enter that area on the right will be this nice Broadway development that'll have bars and restaurants and our team store and things of that nature. And then on the left side would be entry into the building itself. And there'll be a lot of traffic and activity and excitement on this side, but we'll also create a new entrance right on 5th Avenue where our team store stands today. It'll be right across from Walk of Fame Park. So folks that really just want to come into the building and not deal with those kind of things, just get straight to their seat, they'll have an expedited entry as well. So we'll rework the entry points. Again, so much traffic's coming now from the convention center and the south side of the building that really just creating more opportunities for folks to get in the building in a frictionless way.
I'm kind of flying blind here. I've not seen the rendering. Can you describe it to me?
Yeah, absolutely. So the rendering that we released, we're basically standing on the opposite corner of Broadway over at Legends and Tootsie's looking across. And as you look at the plaza where we're standing right now, there's a cover over the plaza to help keep the elements out, allow us to really activate this space 365 days a year. When you look up Broadway, we're currently, previously when the building was built, there was a police station, there's a register of deeds office, things of that nature, and again, just concrete walls. That's really what's going to get blown out and build 4 stories of opportunities for restaurants, bars, and really it's just an extension of our concourse. Like I said, our core goal in all of us is to make our fan experience better when they're coming to events. So those concourses will get expanded, and it'll allow opportunities for a lot of bars and retail and restaurant spaces. Again, about 100,000 square feet on Broadway, another 70,000 square feet on Demumbrian as those concourses get expanded.
I guess sort of what's the feeling in the building now? It's out there in the open.
Oh, it's exciting, right? So again, we did some preliminary renderings back in 2016 and 17 when we were working on our new lease with the city at that time. We were so excited that we extended that lease for 30 years. So we're here through 2049, which we're super excited about. Again, you couldn't ask for a better location for an arena than right here on Lower Broad. And so now that, we're at a point where we've revamped those images, putting them out today, it's just really exciting to get that, out to the public, to get everyone else excited, start getting new ideas, and to really put this in motion and get it out there.
Kyle, off of that, we've heard Sean say a number of times that give us all the money in the world and say go build an arena somewhere else and we wouldn't want to move. But how important is that to be on this corner and really just continue that connection with Broadway even more so with these renovations?
Yeah, absolutely. Again, you could give us all the money in the world and but you couldn't put a building right here, you wouldn't do it, right? Like this is the perfect spot for an arena, especially in downtown Nashville, and we're so excited about the future of downtown. Again, it's such a cool story that Mayor Freddie O'Connell was the council member for this district when we started putting all his plans in place back in the late 17 and 18. So it's super exciting now to have him be mayor while we're going through this process. And again, full credit to him, as well as Monica Falk-Knotson with the Metro Sports Authority. They've been huge cheerleaders for this whole project this whole time. To be able to take this forward and start really truly making these plans while they're in the positions they're in, it's really comes full circle and it's really exciting.
And the renderings too, like they're pretty cool. Like, I mean, how cool is that? How exciting is this to think that at this time in 5 years where we're standing is going to be completely different?
Yeah, it's super exciting. Again, we put out just one rendering today. We're super excited about the rest of the summer to be able to release some more. We'll have some really cool features that we looking forward to announcing as the summer goes, with a full announcement probably in July or August. It'll be a lot of fun. But again, we're super excited about obviously this location, but the project and really expanding Broadway and taking advantage of that situation. 5th and Broad did a great job to keep continuing Broadway up the street. You got the Nashville Yards just 3 blocks away. We're really excited to help continue that growth of downtown Nashville.
Can you reiterate the estimated deadline for completion?
Yeah, so the anticipated timeline as it stands now, we'll do some what we call enabling projects next summer. So the summer of 26, we'll do a few things with entryways, escalators, different stuff like that. Really the core construction would start the summer of 2027 and it would run through hopefully the summer of 2029, maybe into possibly 2030, but that's the plan as of now.
You mentioned 2016, you had maybe some plans about how we can revamp. Was it before then, or did it just kind of say, hey, we need to do something different?
Yeah, so in 2016 really was the start of this visioning of what could this building be long term, and that really served as a catalyst to where we are today, and that helped us secure the lease we negotiated in 2019, where the future of this building is not on the Metro taxpayer. It is entirely funded by the users of this building. There's no public debt that's going to be on this project, which is super exciting and an amazing story to tell that there's not going to be a financial burden on the city.
Now, Bridgestone Arena, like every arena, has its own unique look. Are you saying this might change a little bit when it's all done?
So the fun part of Nashville, right, is it's got its own authentic style. I'm a native Nashvilleian. I'm super proud to be here at this moment, and when you talk to architects, they have their features they love to incorporate at the end of the day. So we'll have a ton of new stuff, but we're going to pay homage to everything that's here. That's not going to be completely redone. It'll still have the spire as an example, the radio tower, different things like that that'll be part of the design. But really, again, our goal is to make it Nashville authentic and to fit Lower Broad, but a little bit more modern of a building.
Less concrete, more glass.
Absolutely. Awesome. Thank you all so much.
Add that we didn't add?
I think you nailed all of it.
All right, thank you, sir.
Awesome. Appreciate you all.
Yes, sir. Have a good day.
Thanks for coming out.
Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you, ma'am.